Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Williams, managing partner of Brand Federation. We are a brand and marketing strategy consultancy, and I'm here with our founding partner, Kelly O'Keefe.
Hi, everyone.
Kelly and I and our team at Brand Federation have built up some particular expertise in our decades of working in brand and marketing strategy. Some of that expertise actually revolves around electric utilities and energy companies. And we want to spend a couple of minutes talking to you about how we think our discipline can help you in the electric utility and energy business achieve your important business goals. So, Kelly, let's talk about some of the work that we've done. What have we taken away from the particular challenges that face electric utilities and energy companies?
It's really interesting because this is a rapidly changing world for electric utilities and other people in the world of energy. It used to be that the electric utility was the stock that your grandma had in her portfolio because it didn't change much and you got dividends. We just thought if we plugged in the energy and it comes out the way it's supposed to, we don't have a problem here. And you really only thought about them when there was a problem. But there have been a number of factors that have affected this industry that have made them more top of mind for consumers. And those factors include the rise of electrification. Matt, I know you've got an electric vehicle. I have an electric vehicle. They're great. If you don't have one, get one. But when you plug them in, you have shifted your demand for energy from fossil fuels directly in the form of gasoline or diesel to electricity. And that means there needs to be more electricity made for that to happen. So that's creating a rise of demand. At the same time, we're having electrification across a lot of different categories, from gas cooking, gas heating, to electric stoves and heat pumps. And we're seeing electric demand at a consumer level rise on a regular basis. That has to be met with more supply. At the same time, we're at the midst of a significant change in the way our economy works, from the industrial economy to the information economy. But what we don't know is that that comes with a price as it relates to electricity, because the information economy runs on data, and data runs on electricity. And so there's a significant rise in the amount of data centers being built around the country. There's a significant rise in the amount of data being consumed for things like AI. But beyond those sort of high-tech ways that the information economy is increasing demand, we consumers are part of it as well. Matt, how many photographs do you have on your phone?
Thousands, only good ones are hanging on the wall.
Thousands. And the chances are that when you're done taking that photograph on your phone, it's being uploaded to iCloud or to Google, and it's being stored on a data server, which means, again, more energy. And at the same time, those two big shifts are going on. There's a third shift, which is that we are all looking for our energy companies to be more sustainable and to shift to a broader palette of energy sources, from just oil, coal, and natural gas to a much more sustainable mix that includes wind, it includes solar, it includes smart nuclear, which is really rising because nuclear is carbon free and we need carbon free energy sources. So we're seeing energy companies have to rethink the mix of the sources that they generate energy from so that they can meet their goals for sustainability and make sure that we have a clean planet to live in while we're enjoying the energy.
All these things, if we roll them up, Kelly, have pretty significant impacts on the way you think about your energy company as a brand. It used to be that energy companies were thought of as categories of avoidance. I don't want to hear about them. I don't want to think about them until the lights go off, and then they better be back on pretty quickly. The goal of the brand manager was to keep my name out of the paper. In the world you just described, we can't operate that way anymore. There are too many conversations that have our interests, business interests, baked into them. You have to be engaging actively in those conversations because they impact your business directly. And the question then becomes, how do I do that in the right way? I want to be able to build the supply that I need to be able to build. And to do that, I have to influence public opinion. I have to influence legislators.
100%. Engaging in a conversation is not just talking, because that's not a conversation. It's only a conversation if somebody else is also talking and we are listening. So we've done a lot of work with our energy clients to improve the degree to which they're listening to the customer, finding out what their needs are, finding out what their concerns are, and making sure that we build strategies for communication that satisfy their information needs at a time when most consumers are unaware of these changes going on and they need to become more educated.
If you think graphically about a brand approach that works for a utility or an energy company, you need to create this foundational equity of trust. And that comes from understanding what your brand is about, the role you play in the communities that you serve, and having a consistent enough presence as a brand in those conversations so that when the lights are working fine and you're not having to build a power generation plant down the street from these communities, you're in that conversation and building up trust that you can draw on later. And then you have to start thinking about how I can segment the messages on top of that to multiple audiences to keep that dialogue going and keep building that foundational bed of trust that you can use when you need it.
Trust is the currency of branding. If I trust the energy utility that I'm working with, and I trust what they're saying to me is truthful and well intended, then I'm more likely to approve of the work that they're doing to make sure that our energy infrastructure is safe for a long time to come.
And if you think about the marketing capabilities that are built into most large energy companies, most large utilities, there are lots of lobbyists, there are lots of government relations people, there are probably lots of PR and messaging people. There probably aren't a lot of brand strategists. You need to complement the efforts of all those other people that you probably have lots of with brand strategy thinking that can provide that bed of trust that will enable them to do the important work that they do even better than they can do without it. Usually that means bringing in new capabilities and new ways of thinking into the development of your brand and marketing strategies. And that's where we tend to help our energy clients, is to bring that kind of thinking in to work with you and your teams to create the brand strategy that can build that foundation of trust and enhance the efforts of all the other people that are working so hard.
That's it. Making sure that your brand is as well taken care of as the other parts of the business is going to be the recipe for all energy companies in the future.
So, Kelly, you and I have worked in this world of electric utilities and energy companies for a very long time. We know the business and we love bringing the discipline of brand strategy and strategic thinking into these organizations because we know how it can help. If you or your colleagues in your company would love to have a conversation with me or with Kelly or any of our partners about how we might be able to help you in your particular situation, send us an email. We would love to get on a Zoom call and talk to you more about how we might be able to help. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you soon or talk to you soon.
See you soon.